Hey everyone, I know it's been a while since I've posted, so I just wanted to make a video today on how to stay motivated in your business. I think that's one of the hardest things. Like you get started, you're so excited, you are handing out those brochures, sharing on Facebook, telling everyone you know, hey, I just started selling Avon. You're trying, and your first campaign is great, and then your second and your third comes, and you kind of just put a little less and a little less and a little less effort in. Maybe you get a little discouraged because your sales aren't as high. It's super easy to get discouraged and unmotivated in your business. I know, because it's something that I suffered with for a very long time. I've been selling Avon for, I think it's been I think it'll be 5 years this year that I've been selling Avon, but it really wasn't until about a year ago that I personally started taking my business seriously, because I realized that I have goals and that I actually want to do something with this. I feel really passionate about Avon and having my own business and this company. So for me, there was times where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I'll get more business. I'll get new business cards, and I'll order more books, and I'll do it for like a couple weeks, and then I just fall off the track. And it's just very easy to get unmotivated in your business. So one thing that I suggest everyone to do is to come up with a goal plan. And maybe you're someone that needs to do weekly goals. Maybe you're someone who needs to do goals for every campaign, or monthly goals. Either way, I think you should have some short-time goals, whether that be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and then some long-term goals. Maybe by the end of this year, what you want to achieve, and then 5 years from now, what you want to achieve. I think goals are really important to have. Goals make your dream achievable. So just say your dream with Avon is to be able to fully stay at home, work from home, and make a full income above and beyond just being able to pay your bills. I mean, being able to save, take vacations, all that stuff. That's like a huge overall, I guess that would be your dream. So what you need to do essentially is to break that dream down and make a goal plan. So like I said, I think it's really important to have goals that you're setting, so that way you're keeping yourself on track. That's one thing that I personally have learned to do, to set goals for myself every campaign. Okay, I want to have 5 new customers. I want to talk to 50 people. I want my order to be this much. Whatever the case is, I set goals. And yeah, there has been some times where I'm like this off of my goal, or I didn't reach it, and that's okay. You just gotta really keep pushing, and every time you reach that goal, you gotta stretch it a little further. So that way you're never getting, getting sidetracked or too discouraged, or whatever the case is. So setting goals and having a plan, I think, is number one in staying motivated in your business. I think it's very important, and I think it makes everything more achievable in your eyes, and just helps you to really have an outline. Next, I think it's really important to be organized. I think being organized helps you to be motivated, especially for me. I'm absolutely one of those people that will get up in the morning and, get Jordan ready for school, and, me and Jeremiah will come back and we'll have breakfast. If I put TV on for myself, and like Law & Order SVU is on, or whatever, Chicago PD or something, I will sit there the whole day and watch it if it's a marathon. I have refused, actually, myself, to start a new TV show because I binge watch. I can't just watch like an episode every day. Like, I have to just keep watching, and then I have no motivation to get my schoolwork done for college. I have no motivation to clean. I have no motivation to do anything for Avon. I don't even have motivation to get up and get ready. So for me, I know that I have to eat breakfast. I put TV on for Jeremiah, so yeah, I listen to Paw Patrol every morning, whatever. I don't care, that's mom life. And then, and I read my Bible, And then I make it a point to get ready, even if it's just washing my face. Although, don't get me wrong, there are some days where I don't get ready. Like, we all have those days, and we are allowed to have days off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta, like, you know, be all on point every day. But then also having a planner. Now, I love these planners. This, it's by Create 365. It's called the Happy Planner. They sell them, I think, on Amazon, but they have them at, like, Michael's or Hobby Lobby if you have a Hobby Lobby near you. They have ones that are a little bit bigger, and they have ones that are smaller. I think this is the perfect size. It fits in my purse. It is like kind of heavier, so I like if I don't need my planner where I'm going, I usually will just leave it home. But it's great because it has, I love them because they're really cute, honestly. And they have like stickers, and they have like paper that you can put in, and like the sheets come in and out really easily. So if you need to like take it out to write, because sometimes these can be like get in the way when you're, you know, filling things out. Sometimes I'll just take the paper out. Anyways, I'm just gonna open up here. So, well, this is May, so this is technically next month. But it has like the large calendar view, obviously, where you can write down, like I put when all my bills are due. That just breaks everything down, makes it easy. Has the notes on the side, which I really like because sometimes, you know, if you want to write down monthly goals or just things that you got to get done throughout the month, but it doesn't like have a definite day it has to get done or week. And then each week is broken down. And again, you have the notes. And in the corner here, on my old planner I had from them that didn't have this whole calendar view, but this one does, which I really like because it shows the whole month, which is good. So if you like need to look, oh crap, you know, when is the next campaign due, you know, you can do the two, whatever. So anyways, but it has the notes, and I really like that it's broken down into 3 brackets here. So I have like the top, which is my personal, so that's like doctor's appointments, or if I have any like specific errands to run or stuff to do with sports or school, you know, my kids' school, that kind of stuff. Then the second I usually keep for Avon, so I plan out my week every day, what I need to do, you know, when things are, when the campaign is due, when I do my follow-up, etc., etc. And then the bottom I usually use for my school. So I break down my reading for the week, my assignments, all that stuff. But I think it's important to have a planner because I think it's important to see your whole week and to be able to say, okay, this is the day that I have 10,000, this is the day I gotta get all my cleaning done, or I gotta go grocery shopping. But while I'm out grocery shopping, you know, I can deliver these brochures or whatever the case is. But by having a planner, you can really plan out your weeks. So now that we have the whole flex ordering system going on, the new campaigns start on Tuesday, I think. No, they go in Tuesday. So Wednesday, I believe. Either way, let's just say they start on Tuesday because that's the day our order is due. So the new campaign starts on Tuesday. So that can be the day that you go on and you get all your posts scheduled for the week. For your social media, so that way you don't have to worry about it. Then I'll usually pick a day that I'm gonna do my live video. I like to do a live video every week. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes just life gets ahead of me, or I don't have anything specific I want to talk about or share. But I do try to go live once a week. Then, you know, you have your day that you deliver brochures. Sometimes, you know, you go to one specific place. Like, for example, I have church on Tuesday nights, and obviously I go Sunday mornings too. But a lot of the times I'll bring my brochures Tuesday nights to the people I know that go Tuesday. And then the people that go Sunday, I'll bring their Sunday. And then maybe the next day you have your day that you, you have your day that you are going and tossing old brochures, or you're going and sitting at Walmart and trying to hand out some brochures, or whatever the case is. And this is the day that your order comes in, so you get it all ready and you figure out, you know, figure out your delivery with your customers. So it's just, I think it's really important to be organized and plan out your weeks as much as possible. Obviously, life happens, especially when you have kids or work or school or whatever the case is. Life just happens, and don't get so caught up in like planning your weeks that you're like, oh my God, I didn't do this, and now this is messed up, and like you're freaking yourself out. Don't worry about it. If you didn't do something, if you forgot to do something, if it's not something that has to necessarily be done, let it go. And if it's something that does need to be done, like getting your customers' invoices ready, just do it when you have that chance. Obviously, you don't want to prolong things too long because you don't want to keep your customers waiting, and you do want to be consistent. But don't get so caught up in the schedule that you're missing out on your regular life for yourself and for your family. And I always suggest not to plan out too far ahead. Honestly, usually Sunday or Monday is when I plan out my week. Because for me personally, sometimes weeks just change. You know what I mean? Like I'm not someone who can like, granted there are things like every week that I tend to do on the same day. But when 1 week our orders due and 1 week, it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I just say not to plan things out too far in advance. Another thing I suggest with keeping organized is keeping a customer list. Now, this isn't obviously for the random people, or the places that you leave it, as in like, when you're incognito or you hand them through the drive-through at Dunkin', not that kind of stuff, but your actual customers who order from you that you bring a brochure to, or your places of business. Now, I have created this here. If you don't have something like this, I can always email my my draft here. Obviously, I won't have anything like customer names on it or anything, but that way you can print it out and use it for yourself, and you can adjust it. So basically what I have is, it took me a while to do this too, because I had a different one, but the boxes were so small, it was really hard for me to write anything in. And so, for other people, this may look really confusing, but for me, it works. So in the first column here, all down here is where I write like what information is going there. So I have the name and the campaign. So below this, I have my customer's name, and then I just write for each campaign, and then following down is where I check off. So I have brochure and slash samples. So I like to mark off that I gave them a brochure for that campaign, and I like to write down if I gave them any specific samples, like if, skincare especially, or a perfume because they were looking for a new one, or lipstick. So that way I can make sure when I follow up with them to see if they want to order anything, I can ask specifically about that sample I gave them and see if it's something they're interested in, if they didn't like, why they didn't like it, if they want a shade darker, a shade lighter. So I like to keep up with that. Then I have this is like just a very small little section that I can check off that I followed up. It's very important to follow up with your customers. The fortune's in the follow-up. I mean, you're gonna hear that probably all throughout your life with Avon, because it's so true. So many times I have called customers and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you called me because I meant to text it to you yesterday, I totally forgot, or I'm so glad you texted me, or I haven't even had a chance to look at it. Whatever the case is, it's just important to follow up. Sometimes they thought about ordering something but weren't sure, and anyway, so I like to mark off that I followed up. And then I also have a section, like it says order and then notes. So I like to, if they ordered, I like to check it off. Sometimes I write in the amount, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I'll write what it is. Because when you have, a lot of customers that order from you, you're not gonna remember all the time exactly what they got. And especially with me being like 29 weeks pregnant right now, I can't remember crap. So I like to write down a lot of times what they ordered. That way I can follow up. For example, someone from my church had ordered some makeup, some foundation and stuff. So I followed up and I'm like, hey, I just wanted to see how the foundation worked. Was the color right? Does it feel good? And she, so that way they can tell me like, oh, well, it seems a little dark, or I don't really care for it, or whatever the case is. And then I like to have the little note section, because a lot of your customers, especially the ones that aren't like personal family or friends, you know, obviously you form a relationship with them. That's part of this business. That's why they love ordering from you, because of the relationship they have. But sometimes it can be hard to keep track of their life. So I like to keep the notes section, just because if they're going through something, you know, like they told me they're gonna have surgery, or, you know, whatever the case is, you know, they lost their job, or they're moving, or that way, like, I can just write it down and just make it a point when I follow up with them to be like, hey, you know, just want you to know I'm praying for you. I hope your surgery goes well. Please let me know when you're out and when you're home. So that way I just know that you're safe. Or they had the surgery and you're like, hey, you know, just, I hope everything went well. Just so that way you can create and form that relationship with your customers. As you get to know them, you'll get to know what they would like a lot better. So I think that's really important. So that's basically what I have. And then a lot of times I will write down that they paid. Although when you if you print the invoices out from your web office, you do get a like a printout of all the orders and the total amount, so you can check off that they paid and that you delivered it and they paid. But sometimes I'll write that down too, because I'm like, sometimes I lose that paper and whatever. So I think it's important to be organized with that. I think this helps you too to realize, like, okay, these are all the people that I definitely bring a brochure to. So now who else can I bring it to? So I think that, you know, that definitely helps to keep me motivated, because sometimes I look back and I'll be like, crap, I totally forgot to give that person a book. Like, oh my goodness. So it just helps to keep you organized, and in turn helps to keep you motivated. There was something else I was going to say, and I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, another thing I was going to say is, you know, we do get our what's new to show us 2 campaigns ahead, anything new that's coming out and special deals. But I think it's really important when you get your book, to just really go through and see the different sales and highlight products that you really like, so that way you can share it. I think that helps to keep you motivated too, because you can send out those texts to your customers, and you know, it just helps you to keep the momentum going. Definitely join groups. There's a lot of awesome leaders out there, like Lisa Scola, Lisa Wilbur, Lisa Monison, all these Lisas, Molly Stone Bibb, who else am I missing? Emily Segrin. There are so many groups to join that will keep you so motivated and will help to guide you and help you to figure things out. So that way when you are feeling discouraged, just reach out to other reps. We're here to help you. That's why I love this company. We're so empowering with each other. You know, obviously there's a few bad eggs in every group, don't get me wrong, but we all stick together. We all want to share our experience and our tips and the things that we've learned with you, because we want you to succeed. It doesn't matter if you live next door to us, like, we want to help you succeed, because there's enough people in this world to go around, and we all can be Avon reps and make a decent living or whatever with it, whatever your goal is. So that's basically what I wanted to touch base with. I know it wasn't like anything like this whole crazy long list. It's very simple. My main things are to set goals and to keep organized, and that will keep you motivated. And obviously surround yourself with other reps that are encouraging, and family members that are encouraging. And when you do those things, it just helps to keep you motivated. It really does. And it helps to keep you going and keep you fueled. So if you have any questions or you just need some encouragement or help, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to encourage other people. I love to be supportive and help guide you in your business, whether you are part of my team or not. If you are interested in joining Avon, absolutely feel free to join my team. You can go to startavon.com and you'll use reference code parisrivera. Or you can go to youravon.com/parisrivera, and there will be a Be Your Own Beauty Boss box there, and you can click that to sign up. Please feel free to comment on this video if you have any questions or just need any help. I would love to help you. I would love to encourage you. And anyways, I wish you guys the best on your Avon journey. I hope that you stay motivated and reach those goals and reach those dreams. Anyways, you guys enjoy your day. Take care.